Gotta be perfect. Hello, everybody. I've been having some technical difficulties here, but I am so happy to introduce to you my good friend and beautiful friend, Diane Buhl. She is a realtor in Austin, Texas. It's Austin, right? Correct? Yes.
Yep,
And
that's
she
right, Lori.
is a transformational leadership coach, and she connects with people in such a wonderful way that I was just so excited to introduce her to you. So tell us about what you do, Diane.
So thanks, Lori. So good to see you again. We just saw each other not too long ago in beautiful snowy Chicago, but I am in the real estate industry, as many of y'all who are on our Facebook may know. And for those of you that don't know me, hello. I have been married for 15 years to my husband, Jeff. We have 5 kids and lots of furry animals around. And I have always been passionate about real estate and all aspects of real estate. I serve as a vice president of a homeowners association. I've been a president of a homeowners association. I've worked with new construction homes. I'm constantly like a student of educating myself in the real estate market. And so when we moved to Texas about 10 years ago, I really dove deep into the Texas market and got out there and tried to figure out how Texas works versus Minnesota, where we were from. And now I've been back full on in the real estate industry as a realtor with Berkshire Hathaway Home Services. And working on investment properties. And here I am. I also do work with Inside Out Institute and partnered with them as a real estate task force leader. And that's how Lori and I got to meet through our connection, as she's a certified emotional practitioner, and on my side as a transformational leadership coach.
Well, what I was so interested in when I first met you, first of all, I think you're absolutely stunning. But I was so interested in your ability to connect with people. You have an amazing ability to connect with people. But when you were talking about your real estate, I was so impressed with like you felt some sort of energy when people go into houses and you help people like intuitively what's best for
Yeah.
them. And I was just in awed by your conversation. And I was like, I have to get her on here. I have to get her on here. You're so amazing. So tell us about
Thank
that.
you. So, my background, I think we all have our stories, and a little bit about my background is I was in the foster care system. I went through kind of like, a difficult period of time of kind of understanding different sectors of people's lives, and going through trials and tribulations of that, and being a teenager and trying to find your calling and what you wanted to do. For me, I knew that I always enjoyed people's stories, and I enjoyed the company of other people and really wanting to inspire them to be the best that they can. And kind of my tagline is be your own hero and make it happen. And cheers to real estate, because I really believe that there is a connection between finding a great relationship with somebody and their security and love within a home. And so I think that was something that came to fruition for me, how important real estate is, because I came from kind of a different background with not a stable home as a young girl, and then growing up into, making a home for my family and being able to express as a real estate agent that connection that, I deal with individuals who have gone through divorce or have lost a significant other, and maybe even a job loss, that I have to have a connection of really understanding, man, you know what, we've all struggled at some point. So let's try to make this transition into a new home or out of your home the best that it can be, and me being there with them, not just through the transaction, the financial aspect of it, but really as their friend and their advocate for moving forward in any kind of transition. And some of them are great stories and happy, and I'm even more happy to go out and find, investment property that they're looking to expand their portfolio. So I just think that's why I'm so intrigued with the emotional aspect of individuals, because when you look at real estate, it is tons of emotions from all sorts of ends.
Right.
You
Yes.
bought houses, right, Lori? How
Yes.
anxiety and stress that is, right?
Well, I mean, I think it would be a whole lot less anxiety and stress if I had a realtor like you
Yes.
working with me on finding my house. But
That's
yeah, wow. I
that's
mean,
right.
do you just work in Texas, or do you work in other states as well?
So I am licensed in Texas, and I would like to venture out maybe in some investment properties other places. But Texas is huge, and it's
Yeah,
I'm really hyper local on this area because I have learned Texas really has some from. Learning the commercial side of real estate and also the ranch side. Not a lot of other states have the diversity of real estate, or they do, but it's not as uh, there's not a lot of it in the backbones of learning about mineral rights. I mean, there's just so many different sectors in Texas that I am like, wow, this is fantastic. So I think it's been a really good journey to just stay in Texas right now and provide the best service for my clients here.
And you live in Austin. I'm gonna have to find out where my girlfriend Janet lives exactly.
Yeah.
She lives in Texas, and you are gonna
Yes.
love her. Love
I
her.
would love
Or you
that.
can come to Florida and meet her. She has a house here as well. So
Oh,
yeah,
hey, I love Florida. It's beautiful. I
yeah.
love the beaches. I love the culture. And that's the thing. I am licensed in everywhere in Texas. I do like to stay within a certain area. I do work in Corpus Christi area, but I think that's the best part and advice that I could give anybody is really find a realtor that is hyper local, knows where to go for the coffee, knows the local attorneys, knows the shops, where they want to be. It's a lifestyle. When you move somewhere, you're not only moving to the best house or this new house or transforming out of it, you want to know like what's around there, right? And
Absolutely.
I think that can be sometimes not that you just have to have a good resource like a realtor that knows the area.
Right. And I bet you get out and you know your area very
Oh
well,
yeah.
I'm sure. Yeah.
Yes.
Um, you are so adorable, and you have a shirt on after my own heart. I'm like the leopard girl. I love it. I do have a leopard skirt on at the
Oh
moment. A
yeah.
little leopard
Woo!
tennis, my little tennis skirt. We're matching.
That's so
Yes,
awesome.
we're
I love
matching.
it,
That's so
Lori.
funny, right? Oh, I
I
love
love
me
it.
some animal print, girl. I love
No,
it.
it is good. So yeah, we'll have to you'll have to come visit here in Texas. Our door is always open. We love to entertain. It's been fun meeting new people. As in Texas, we've really our real estate has really booming. I mean, in some areas it's the same. Other people are leaving their states and coming to Texas. So I have met some wonderful people all over the United States that have decided to either have to move here because of a job transfer or just wanting a different lifestyle that Austin can provide for them. So I am really happy to be serving people in Austin.
I think that's awesome. I think a lot of that has to do with, what's been going on in our country with the, little virus and everything.
Yeah.
People want to be, if you're going to be stuck somewhere, you want to be stuck somewhere beautiful. You want to be
Right.
stuck somewhere warm that has good temperature, and
And good
stuck somewhere where
people.
you have enough space and good people.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And
Yes.
Texas does have some nice people, and everything is bigger in Texas, isn't it?
Yes, yes, well, it is. And we have to sometimes remind people that because it's bigger doesn't necessarily mean that you maybe want it because it's even houses you move out and you're like, wow, I might need like a ranch handle or a house handle because, to help there's a lot of space.
Yeah, yeah. Well, Texas is nice. I went to college in Oklahoma, so we went to Texas quite a bit on the
Oh, yeah.
weekends. Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Oklahoma's
I love
very
Oklahoma.
windy though. I found Oklahoma to be very windy. I bet you Texas is the best of both worlds.
It is. We're on where my husband and I, we call Spicewood, Texas, our home. It's about 45 minutes outside of downtown Austin. And there's on this side of town, on the west side of Austin, basically is our hill country. And I service that whole area. There's wine country, there's distilleries, the topography is a little bit more hilly. And then on the east kind of side of 35 in Austin is more flat. So, I mean, you can get I have clients who are from Chicago and they were like, oh my gosh, I need to know something that's kind of familiar to me. I want to go on this side of town. So, being able to give somebody a familiarity to them is figuring out what side of, let's go drive around and figure out. But also with the market and the amount of inventory that's not there right now, we have very low, we have less than a month's supply of homes out there. So we have, just like a few other states, there's a lot of multiple offers on, one property. And so that's also having ninja like negotiating skills and understanding the area that you're servicing for your clients, because, you know, you hate to be the dream crusher, but you also want them to be realistic, you know, and what they're coming into if they are moving.
Well, I know for a fact you're a great negotiator. So I would like for you to put your information and your contact information for sure underneath in the comments. And so people will know how to get a hold of you if they are looking to buy a house in the Austin area.
Absolutely.
And let them know what they can do to get a hold of you, because I'm sure everybody's going to want to call you.
You're so sweet, Lori. I love you, girl.
I love you, girl.
You're so fantastic. And we connected. Your heart is so big, and your, you know, love for life is just, and people is amazing. I mean, I get on here and I just immediately smile when I see you.
Well, you make me so happy, so it's easy to be happy around you. You're so cute.
You, girl.
Yes. Thank you so much for coming on. I appreciate you so much. You have no idea. This means the world.
Thank you, Lori. And I look forward to seeing you soon, girl. Oh, there you are.